my name is Sophia and welcome to my doll collecting channel. So today I am going to go on a rant about the Wicked American Girl dolls. I've already talked about them twice before, but I have some more thoughts. I have some more feelings. I have some pretty big feelings. And I already wrote a script for this video, but it came out like really sad and depressing. And I was like, that's not exactly how I feel. I have a lot of mixed feelings about the Wicked dolls, and I do have some feelings of regret, and I just wanted to talk about it. So I thought, you know what? Let's just pull out the camera and just rant as if I'm talking to a friend about how I feel about the Wicked dolls, which is how I try to view my channel anyways, but let's just see what happens, and hopefully this doesn't take 3 hours. So, for those of you who don't know, American Girl released a collab with Wicked, the Wicked movie. They have done a Wicked Broadway collab through Covey Girl Year 2023's collection, so they have done some Broadway outfits. This was a collab between the Wicked movie and American Girl. Now these dolls were $300 US. The typical American Girl price is like $135 now, I think. $145, I think, for the Disney dolls. For the Playline dolls. The collector dolls, whole different story. They tend to be around $300. Some of them, it's kind of interesting because some of them are like $295 and then some of them are $310, and I'm like, when you're spending $300, does the difference of $15 really make a difference? That's just a weird thing that I've noticed, that some of the collector dolls are just under $300, sometimes they're $310. I don't know why they do that. There might be some psychological pricing going on there or something. I genuinely don't know. So yes, these Wicked dolls were around $300 American. If I converted that into Canadian, I think the last time I checked, it would be like $415 Canadian per doll, because they released both Elphaba and Glinda. Now, interesting thing, Glinda had more dolls made than Elphaba. Can't remember the exact amount, but I've already talked about this on this channel, how I thought that was a little strange and a little interesting. But I thought maybe one of the reasons is because Glinda is played by Ariana Grande, so maybe they were thinking that Ariana Grande fans who weren't a fan of American Girl, maybe more of them would buy this Glinda doll. I'm not too sure. Genuinely don't know the thinking behind that. I originally was gonna post this video, and it might still be titled this. I'm really not sure. It depends on how this rant goes down. But I kind of regret not getting the Wicked dolls. It kind of makes me a little upset. Now, there is some barriers between me getting the Wicked dolls, or there was, because now they're sold out, so I can't get them through American Girl's website. And I think they sold out fairly quickly too, which is a pretty common theme for the collector dolls. So I kind of regret not getting them. And it's not necessarily my fault because they didn't ship to Canada. So that kind of was a barrier there. Also, the fact that when you convert it into Canadian dollars, it's more expensive, $415 per doll. Then I think there's like taxes and all that fun stuff. It's not fun. Taxes are not fun. So that was another barrier for me getting these dolls as well. Now, there is kind of this loophole that I have heard about, which I have considered doing for the Moana doll from American Girl, the Playline Moana doll, if I was planning on getting the whole Disney Princess collection, which I have mentioned on my channel before. Don't know how realistic it is, but I would love to own all the Disney Playline dolls. That would be so much fun, such a cool thing, just like I want all the historicals. Do I have space for that? No. Also, I did the math once of how much that would be, and I'm like, ooh, that's a little pricey. So anyways, but I have thought, if I decided to do that and get all the Disney Playline dolls, one loophole to get around the shipping from American Girl is to buy through eBay. Now, it's not really a loophole because you end up paying more money because the people who list it on eBay, if you pick one that's willing to ship to Canada when American Girl's not, they're gonna charge more money for it. So the doll is gonna be more expensive than if you bought it from American Girl. Now, some other people have strategies. Maybe you have a friend that lives in the States or a relative that lives in the States so they can, you know, bring it up to you. Or maybe if you live close to the border, you can get like a P.O. box and just go over the border. Lots of different ways that I've heard of people getting dolls that don't ship to Canada. I don't really have a lot of those options. If I were to go the eBay route of someone who was willing to ship the Wicked dolls through eBay, like buy the doll, list it on eBay, then ship it to Canada, if I wanted a Moana doll that's still available from American Girl, I would still have to pay extra money. But since it's a limited edition doll, I would have to pay insane prices of reseller prices for like double the cost of the doll is what I've seen on eBay so far. I've seen Alphabas go for like almost $800 Canadian. Like, I think it was like $775 Canadian. So I was like, oh my God, that'd be crazy. Then you have to pay shipping on top of that. So it would be expensive if I wanted to go the eBay route for these dolls specifically. Do I want the dolls that bad? No. If I had a problem with them being $300 US, I'm not gonna pay double that on eBay. So the point is, I'm probably never gonna get these dolls. I hope. Do I think this is a realistic hope? No. I would love for them to release Playline dolls with the Wicked dolls. That would be fun, just like they do with the Disney line. Do I think that's really realistic at this point in time? No, not realistic at all at this point. In the future, who knows? If these dolls were Playline prices, I would have gotten them. Just know that this collab was popular. And I know it was popular because I see so many people posting about it on Instagram. And I've also seen a lot of reviews on YouTube of people unboxing them and getting them. And I'm a little jealous. Kind of wish that was me. I kind of wish I had an unboxing for you opening both Alphaba and Glinda, because if I were to get them, I would get both because I like both Alphaba and Glinda. I love both the characters. Being a teenager, I liked Glinda more because she was like pink and funny. But then after seeing the movie, I'm like, okay, I love Alphaba. I love kind of what she represents and doing the right thing even if nobody else is doing it. Like, I love Alphaba as a character. She is very well developed. And Glinda, also mentioned this in a previous video. I hope there's some character changes with Glinda in the next movie, but overall I think they're extremely nuanced, well-developed characters. So if I were to get Wicked dolls, it would be both the dolls. But I decided not to get them because they were expensive, and I'm kind of sad. As time's gone on, I'm sad because as we get closer to the Wicked movie release, the more I am like, I want to buy Wicked merchandise, but I feel bad because I don't have the Wicked American Girl dolls. Now, if a Wicked American Girl dolls never existed, I wouldn't feel bad. Probably wouldn't be bothered by buying just regular Wicked merchandise. But I love American Girl so much. It's like one of my favorite things in the world when it comes to items and things. Of course, people and my pets and animals are more important than things, but when we talk about things and physical items and brands, American Girl is at the top of the list. So is Mapley. I love them both. They're very, very important to me. So the fact that I like Wicked and I love American Girl makes me really want to have the Wicked dolls. But there's not much I can do about it. But what's more attainable is there's some other Wicked merchandise. I do have a Wicked doll shelf of other Wicked dolls that I have. I have 5 from Wicked. I have 2 Alphabas, 2 Glindas, and Nessa Rose. I also have this cup here that I bought from HomeSense. It's just this really nice pattern. And I bought it because last year I bought this pattern in a blanket because I needed a new blanket, and I'm like, oh, this kind of fits. And the theme of my room is green and pink, not because of Wicked. I just love green and pink together. That might be another reason why I love Wicked. I just love green and pink because I like pink and I like green. I like color in general, so I also like blues and purples and yellows, and like light pastel colors. So I just like color. So when I buy stuff like this, I feel a little bit guilty because in the back of my mind, I'm like, there is American Girl Wicked dolls out in the universe. American Girl's like my favoriteest thing, and I don't have, like, when I'm buying stuff like this, I'm like, oh, I wish I had the American Girl Wicked dolls. Might be weird, but I hope there's some people at least understanding my thinking. Because in theory, I would rather have the Wicked American Girl dolls than this water bottle. But also at the same time, this water bottle was like 20 bucks Canadian. So much better than $415 Canadian per doll. So I also got to keep that in mind too, that price is a big part of it as well. So yeah, that's the only thing that's making it hard as we're getting closer to Wicked Part 2 release day. And maybe I'll even post this on Wicked Part 2 day. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when this video is going out. But as we get closer and more merchandise is being released, I'm seeing more cool things. I'm just like, oh, I really wish I had the Wicked dolls. Now, this leads into another point. I was gonna say I feel guilty, but I'm trying to move away from feeling guilty all the time because that's just a common theme in my life, is that I feel guilty about a lot of stuff that I shouldn't. So I'm trying to figure out another replacement word. But I have a collection here. I have about think I have about 50 18-inch dolls. So that includes Maple Leaf and American Girl. That doesn't include all my fashion dolls that I have or my Willy Wisher size dolls. Other dolls that you see around. Doesn't include that, but I have a significant amount of American Girl and Maple Leaf dolls in my collection. Now, I've been collecting, so I was collecting as a teenager, not a teenager, pre-teen between, well, I got Taryn when I was 8, but then I found out about American Girl at 10. And so I've been kind of collecting American Girl from 10 to 13 is when I was collecting it as a child. Then I got back into it during the pandemic when I was 20. And I started this channel when I was 21. So it's been about 5 years of me collecting American Girl and have had a lot of great opportunities, and I've just accumulated a fair amount of dolls in that time, and I am extremely grateful for it. Most of these dolls that I own are a result from this channel and the small amounts of money I make from this channel. I'm just trying to be honest. I know some people are like, don't talk about making money on YouTube. And I'm like, but I do make a little bit of money. And how I make money, for those of you who don't know, the ads that I post on the YouTube channel or the ones that YouTube posts on my channel, I get a little bit of money from each ad that's played. Now, it's very small. It's very small. But I've been doing it for 5 years. But I would be posting videos on YouTube even without the money. I don't do it because of the money. I do it because I love making videos, and I have been making videos since I was a child. Some of them I get sent for free. By some of them I just need one. This doll in the red back here, that's Leonie. I was sent her by Maple Leaf last year to make a video, take some photos, and they have since used those photos in, like, on their social media and promoting Maple Leaf, which is really cool. Really grateful for that. I honestly think that that was one of the coolest things I've done in my life so far. If you told 8-year-old me that I would be working with Maple Leaf, I wouldn't have believed you. But that is just crazy. Just crazy to me. That is an opportunity that I got from this channel. I definitely could not go full-time with the money I make from YouTube. So it's not like I'm making millions of dollars. I'm really not. But it's kind of nice just to be able to buy some dolls and save up. I can save up for a few months and then buy a doll that I really appreciate. But anyways, I have collected a lot of dolls the last 5 years. It will be 5 years that I've had this channel in January. So I've collected a lot of dolls, and I'm extremely grateful for the dolls I have in my collection. So sometimes I feel a little bit guilty that I am wanting more dolls, and I'm complaining about not getting 2 dolls, that I can't get Alphaba and Glinda, and I'm like upset about it. Am I devastated? No. It's not that extreme of a feeling. If I was devastated, I would have known right away, because I was like kind of humming and hawing about it. I'm like, oh, would I have bought the Wicked dolls? And I was like, oh, I'm not sure. And so the fact it wasn't an instant, like, I gotta have these, kind of shows that, you know, I could probably live without it, I think. If you bought the Wicked dolls, this video is not to bash you and to say, oh my goodness, I hate you. Absolutely not. I'm excited to see your photos and videos that you're gonna post of them, because I am gonna watch those videos that people post and photos. I've been liking them on Instagram. So it's like, I am very happy for the people who bought them, and I'm glad that there's people sharing what the dolls look like out of the box and in different clothes and all that stuff. So that's very exciting to see. So I'm not hating on you, and I'm not judging you for buying them. I kind of, if anything, I'm a little bit jealous that you have them, and I wish I was in that position to do an unboxing or put them on my shelf. I feel like I am grateful for my collection, and I'm also, when we're talking about counting our blessings, which is something that I was taught growing up, which means just be appreciative for the things you have. I am extremely appreciative of owning the Elsa and Anna Playline dolls. I'm extremely grateful that there was Playline versions of those dolls and not just the collector versions. And you can see Anna here. I am just extremely grateful for that. Elsa and Anna and Frozen and all that stuff, I've been a huge fan of since 2013. And I am a bigger fan of Frozen than I am Wicked, just to be honest. So I'm extremely grateful. I'd rather have Elsa and Anna than Glinda and Alphaba. Even though I think I would really love Glinda and Alphaba, I am like obsessed with my Elsa and Anna dolls, and they're top 5 dolls in my collection. So I am grateful. I genuinely am grateful. And I'm also grateful that I have a lot of just cool, unique dolls. Some are from my childhood, some I've bought since. I have some really cool Mapley dolls. I'm very proud of my Mapley collection. And I also love a lot of the customs I've made out of Truly Me's. Like I'm seeing in the viewfinder there that I have Singing Bird from Kirsten Stories. That was a doll I wish American Girl had released when I was a kid. I wanted a Singing Bird doll. So I'm so glad she's finally in my collection, that I made her a custom. So there's a lot of cool, unique dolls and dolls that I never thought I would own. I'm also extremely grateful that I have been able to find, I was gonna say a lot, but a fair amount of dolls, 18-inch dolls, Mapley dolls, American Girl dolls at the thrift store. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, that is so cool that I've been lucky to rescue some dolls from the thrift store and give them a new life. And then also all the opportunities and all the people I've met through this YouTube channel. Every time somebody leaves a positive comment or just shares their opinion about something, I love it. I love this kind of community that we're creating online. And I just think it's just so cool. So there's a lot of things I'm grateful for, and I gotta keep that in mind. I'm like, would you trade all of this for Elphaba and Glinda? No. So I am grateful for what I have. That's like the main feeling that I have, is a gratitude. And even though I'm like, oh, it would be great if I had Elphaba and Glinda, I'm like, but I have a lot of very cool dolls in my collection, and I'm proud of my collection. So yes, even though I've had to say no to these 2 dolls, even though I would really like them, I think I'll be okay. Anyways, I've been ranting for about half an hour. I probably forgot some points that I was planning on saying, but I think that's okay. I think I just wanted to have a chat. Thank you so much for letting me rant and just have this conversation. I just wanted to talk to somebody about how I'm feeling about the Elphaba and Glinda dolls, and this kind of feeling of I wish I could have them, but also grateful for the dolls that I have. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted to have a conversation, and I view this channel as if I'm talking to a friend. So I'm just wanted to have a conversation with a friend. So I'm glad that you were here. I'm glad that you watched the video. And if you want to see more doll collecting videos, if you have a request for what you want me to talk about next, leave that in the comment section below. I will definitely consider it. So thank you so much for watching, and subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your thoughts about the Wicked dolls down below. And thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.